What first drew us to Koh Yao Noi was Cape Kudu Hotel, which is where we stayed in last week's vlog, so check that out if you're interested in a really lovely luxury hotel on Koh Yao Noi. But when I was doing my research about this island, I did read that the beaches maybe weren't so great. So in this week's video, we are going to check out all the beaches on this island and find out, are there any little hidden gems? Is it still worth coming to this island for the beaches? What are they like? So join us as we explore the island and see what the beaches have to offer here. So please bear with me because I'm probably going to butcher these names, but we're here at Sabai Beach and I'm liking it. It's quiet, there's not a lot of people here. The tide is at its highest right now, so there isn't a lot of kind of sand space, but there's enough to put a towel down. A little bit of kind of seaweed twigs washed up on the beach, but what the beach makes up for in lack of kind of sand right now, it definitely makes up for in the view, because it is amazing. So there is a little beach bar here, which is always good if you're wanting a little snack or a drink, so that's great. And also this beach can be accessible by bike, by kind of pedal bike. You can get here that way, but just be aware that if you are, there is quite a steep hill to get up here. It's totally doable, but you probably have to be quite fit to do it. I would probably be getting off the bike and pushing it up. But it is definitely doable to get here by push bike, but obviously moped is going to be a lot faster for you. So, as it's not very busy, there is plenty of space, so we're going to find a little spot to pop down our towels, have a little swim. I don't think we will be staying here too long or lying in the sun for too long because it is so hot right now. We're here in March. So March and April are the hottest months in Thailand, and at the moment it is mid-30s, so very hard to kind of lie out in the sun for any long periods of time, but lovely nonetheless, and the perfect weather to go to the beach and have a swim in the sea. We're now going to a place called Hornbill Lookout point. I'm not sure if we'll see any hornbills, hopefully we will, but if we don't as well, there's meant to be a really good view over to Ao Nang from up here, and also there's meant to be a little secluded beach which we're going to try and visit too. So I'm not sure how strenuous this walk is. I'm guessing it's not too much, but I can see quite a few steps in front of us, so hopefully it won't be too hard in this heat. The start of the walk is actually just up from Sabai Beach and Sabai Pier, where we are now. So you just need to park your bike at the pier, cross over the white bridge, and then you'll see the stairs. You know, this is what I love about being away. It's about going on adventures and finding little alcoves, little coves of beach or places where there aren't many people. And yeah, that's what we're doing on this holiday, and it's great. So I really like this little cove just down from Hornbill viewpoint. It's very quiet. We've managed to find a little space all to ourselves, and it was really nice water to swim in. I would say the visibility was actually a little bit clearer here than it was down at the last beach that we went to. But yeah, loving it. So I might seem confident, but believe it or not, in my 43 years on this planet, last night was the first time I've ever actually driven a moped. Maybe it's crazy to do it, I'm not sure, because you do have to be aware that if you do ride a moped, you aren't actually covered by your insurance unless you actually have a motorcycle license back home, which we don't have. So it is a bit of a risk. However, this island is really quiet, so as long as you're careful, then I think, fingers crossed, it should be okay. And I drove last night and all went well, so hopefully today will be the same, and the more I do it, the more confident I will get. So we're here at Little Long Beach. After we've been here, we'll drive up to the Long Beach itself, but this is all obviously its smaller counterpart, is that right? Yeah. So the drive here is not for the faint-hearted if you are new to being on a scooter and driving one. Ewan forced me into it and wouldn't let me give up, so I did it. Again, a couple of hairy moments because it's pretty much just a dirt track. But if you're a confident scooter driver, then getting here won't be a problem at all. We're here at very high tide, so we've literally just passed the time of the highest tide, so there's not an awful lot of sand space. But wow, it's so calm, it's so peaceful, it's so beautiful looking out to the scenery. There is a little bit of plastic, unfortunately, washed up onto the beach, which is always sad to see. And we'll do our best to kind of clear away as much of it as we can while we're here. There's only a couple of other people here apart from us. I'm really loving this beach. It might not be the best beach for kind of lying down and sunbathing, but see, for just chilling out in the water, it's really good. And at this time of day, when the tide's just starting to go out, there's a really nice little inlet that flows from the sand into the sea, and it's really nice and warm. It's literally like a really hot bath, so it's so nice to just lie in. I'm in paradise. So we're on Little Long Beach, but I'm going to set myself a challenge. So I saw these other guys that I'm guessing were on Long Beach, and one of them actually swam to this beach, Little Long Beach. So I'm going to attempt the swim as well. I don't think it's that far away, so I'll show you. So I think it's literally just round that little bit of tree there. So I'm going to attempt it. Hopefully I don't get swept away by the currents. Let's do this. So far I've literally just been able to walk it because it's still not very deep, but in a second I'm going to start swimming, and hopefully the tide is going to be going in the right direction for me, getting there and coming back. Well, I've been swimming for about 10 minutes and I think I'm close, but I think I just need to get round those rocks there in front of me and then I'll be at the beach. I'm regretting not telling Ewan to actually just bring the bike round to the beach, because it's a bit hard to swim with this GoPro because stupidly we haven't got the the kind of attachment to put around my wrist or my neck or anything, so yeah. But anyway, I'm going to keep swimming, trying to avoid the rocks that are jutting out from the sea, and hopefully we will get to Long Beach soon. I've made it to Long Beach. And it is quite a long beach. Oh, sorry. I'm getting dragged about here. I need a place to stand, but I'm on all the rocks. So, here's Long Beach. I can see one person in the distance and that's about it. So I think this beach, if you're coming, you'll definitely be able to find a little bit to yourself. And yeah, it looks quite nice. Looks like quite a nice little serene spot to lie on the beach and go for a swim. I'm not going to venture up onto the beach because I should probably get back to Little Long Beach. Although my one concern is I hope Ewan hasn't thought, oh, I'll just drive round and meet her and then I'll end up swimming back and he won't be there. Yeah, didn't really think that one through. Well, that's my exercise for the day. Coming back was hard because the wind seemed to pick up and it started to get quite choppy, and it would have been absolutely fine if I'd had goggles. I'm so annoyed because I've got a pair of goggles back home and I really wish I'd brought them, because I feel like if I'd had them I would have just been able to dash under the water and swim quite fast, but I just kept getting water in my eyes and I was like, yeah. But I got back and actually it was nice to have a good swim, although carrying this makes it a bit tricky. But yeah, it was cool and I got to see Long Beach. So we're looking over to Koh Beach, which we visited earlier, but to the left of me is Koh Nok, which is a tiny little island that's only accessible when the tide goes out. And because the tide is starting to go out, there's a little causeway where you can walk to the island. So once we've had a bite to eat, we're going to do that. So only about an hour ago you actually wouldn't have been able to walk out this far. Well, I mean, you could have walked, but you would have been in water. But yeah, now Koh Nok is accessible because the tide's going out. Honestly, this island is just blowing me away. It's so gorgeous and it's actually so green as well. There's so many palm trees and kind of green, kind of small, kind of hill type things. And yeah, it's gorgeous. It's so gorgeous. So we're now at another of Koh Yao Noi beaches, and this is called Klong Beach, and as you can see from behind me, it does stretch quite a long way. The tide is actually starting to go out now and this beach is still swimmable, whereas a lot of the other ones by this time wouldn't be swimmable, so this is a good one, I would say, for kind of all-round swimming probably. And it's got a nice stretchy sanded beach. It's a little bit more stony than some of the other beaches that we've visited, but what blows my mind about this island is that, look, there's hardly anyone there. Like, we've pretty much got the whole beach to ourselves. That's just so good for me. Like, I hate really crowded beaches, so for me Koh Yao Noi is ticking a lot of boxes. So this is Sabai Beach. This is another really popular beach on Koh Yao Noi. As you can see, there's a big long stretch of sweeping sand, and at the moment really we're not showing you it in all its glory because the tide has gone out, so it's not really going to be great to swim in just now. But when the tide is high, this is a really lovely beach to be on. And again, like the last one, there are some little beach bars near this beach, so it's a good place to go around about lunchtime. Stay tuned because we've got some more really lovely beaches to show you.
So, there's been a slight change of plan from our beach tours that we were going to do. Today was supposed to be our last day. We explored the island and discovered some of the beaches and let you see if it's something you like to do when you're here. But sadly, Romana got the sickness and the diarrhea from yesterday afternoon all through the evening, all into the night. So at the moment, she's bedbound. We're supposed to be leaving tomorrow, and we just found out the ferry we're supposed to be taking it doesn't have good reviews. So that's a little bit of a worry at the moment, but we'll get that sorted out. So instead, today I visited a little cafe called Chaba Cafe, and what was exciting about that was that they did gluten-free options. So I had a breakfast crepe which had ham, mushrooms and cream cheese in it. It was really nice. Bit more expensive, a bit like back home prices, but that's what you're going to get when you get gluten-free bread. But really nice little place. Service took a long time, but if you're just chilling and if you're not fussed about that, it's a really nice place to go and hang out for a couple hours. I think Romana's back on track. She's getting there, she's just drinking a lot, and we've got a lot of there's a little pharmacy on the island where you can get lots of little potions and charcoal tablets which are good for your stomach apparently, and then this other stuff that I don't really know what it was, but supposedly according to the pharmacist it's good for you and it helps with electrolytes and probiotics and things like that. Would I recommend coming to Koh Yao Noi? Absolutely. Get yourself over here, get a scooter, explore the island, explore the beaches. There's really affordable places to stay, affordable places to eat. It's beautiful, it's very chilled, there's not a lot of tourists here. There's street food markets. You can make it around the island in a scooter in like an hour. It's just a lovely place. It's a really nice atmosphere. Yeah, get yourself out here and give it a go.